Hi everyone, and welcome to your November Psychic Tarot reading with me. I'm Chris and I'm with the Psychic Insights channel. Guys, this is yours, Libra, for your November monthly Taroscope reading with me. I'm using 4 cards from the Morgan Greer deck and then 4 underneath as clarifiers from the Rider-Waite. So if any cards duplicate themselves, that's just a message to pay some intense scrutiny to that particular issue and ponder upon its meanings. Now, I do work with psychic messages as well throughout the reading, so we shall see what comes your way. And remember to check your rising and moon signs because you may also really resonate with them. Let's get this started, shall we, Libra? November reading. The 6 of Wands, and he has been out a lot in this particular month, so I feel like there's quite a lot of success coming for many people. The Emperor, the Queen of Swords, and the 7 of Cups. Let's swap the decks over and see what they are going to be partnered up with. The Hierophant, the 6 of Cups, the Justice card, and the 4 of Cups. So you have quite a lot of cups in here. You have 3 major arcanas. They're all quite legal, you know, and law type abiding, or the more kind of they have boundaries. They're the boundary specific major arcanas. So that's your Emperor, the Hierophant, and Justice. So you have 1 Wands, 1 Sword, and 3 Cups. Let's get into this reading and see what it's got in store for you and what messages are coming. So you start the month off at the beginning of November with that 6 of Wands. Now he's known as the Victory card. So he's a card of success, and often he has to do with projects that have been on the go for a period of time that you have come to completion with and gained accreditation in one way or another. Oftentimes this will turn up when people have been sitting exams and they are going to have a degree of success around them. And I know here in the Southern Hemisphere, for instance, it is the end basically of our university and our schooling years. So we see a lot of people finishing off their exams and for some people finishing off their degrees even and moving into another paradigm of life. So we get that feeling it's popped up an awful lot for November, and it does make sense. So there's a lot of congratulations and feeling of good achievements coming through for people. The card, it's success at those type of levels, the creative level, the education level, and also the career opportunities. So sometimes this card can be there if you are being awarded an accolade at work, whether you're being promoted or someone has acknowledged your work, or your ideas or projects have been picked up and been manifested from, say, thought into reality. So for some of you this could be around if there are things that you were thinking of being published or writing about, you know, things that are coming to fruition from that creative perspective. So writing, theatre works, movies, or music, any of those type of things are starting to show fruition or success or grow from the input that you've been putting in. It does say to remember other people in this journey you've been on. We often get our success and we go, yay, yay, look at me, how good I am. But we forget that there's always been someone along the way who has helped us, whether it's been a tutor or a mentor or a friend or someone that backs us up one way or another. So remember to pay thanks and respect and gratitude to other people as well. And in fact this card gives you that duplicated message over here about gratitude and not being too ambivalent about successes in life. We come down here to your clarifying card and we see the Hierophant. Now he is very much about doing things right and society has rules and regulations, and he says play the rules properly and do it the proper way. And it's kind of the feeling of this success. It has been done or garnished through a proper realm. So again, you're just being reiterated that to you, that yes, there's success coming and you've done it right. You're walking down the right path. The Hierophant also talks to us a lot about spiritual perspective. So something might be really chiming in for you at your soul's perspective. So it's a journey or a recognition that you're on your right path and that you're connecting with your higher self. There's also a degree of religious perspective in that card, and sometimes even attending things within a church or a religious perspective. So celebrations that are religious oriented, they can be things like weddings or bar mitzvahs or christenings, or things that are done within the realms of some sort of faith or religious structure. That can also be part of the message. Some of you may be even acquiring knowledge around that or taking your own journey along those lines as well. The next card, we come to the Emperor. He's looking back here at the success card, and he often refers to the Aries energy and the time of the year of the Aries time, which is generally March and April. So something around this success or victory may have to do either with an Aries or to do with that time of the year. So there might be some sort of convoluted tie in there that is a time-related issue. You may get your final... that's interesting, because I think here in New Zealand we have the capping in March or April, around about Aries time, when people are actually finally capped for their achievements and their degrees that they have obtained. So that's one perspective of it. And even this one here talks about going back in time again. So we're going into the future and back in time. So maybe this one actually is going back into April of this year, when something started up. But he is quite a structured guy. He can also be to do with legal side of life, like a lawyer or an accountant or a tax man or an investment banker. So you could be associated with him one way or another. You might be paying a visit to him, or you might be getting documents signed or some sort of advice from him about legalities. Because he's also connected here with her. She's also the same, like the Justice. So coming back down to this clarifying card here, the Six of Hearts, talks to us a little bit about going back into the past for something that may have happened earlier, and that it is coming to fruition, or you are dealing with it now. So sometimes this can be, it could be even the fact that you have to go back and sign off things to do with an inheritance or the passing over of people and within your family, and there are property issues to sign up or sell or clarify, or personal items or jewellery or wills. It's the declaration of wills or something along those lines that could be involved here. So there could be the merging of the past coming in to the now, and it's like there's an energy of tying things together from the past, and they have to do with legal matters of now and the dispensing of wills or properties or bits and pieces like that as well. So there's some message going on there. This can also be past lovers coming back onto the scene, and there might be some legal implications for that. Maybe you were married once, or there's been a relationship that had something that needed to be separated, and it might be coming to final sign off of that, whether it was property or money or investments, or just signing the forms to null and void it all. We come here to the Queen of Swords, which of course is Libran energy anyhow, or air sign energy. You might be just feeling your own self or your own power energy in this particular month coming forward in November. Or again, it could be a woman who's like yourself, air sign energy, that you are seeking counsel or advice with. She could again be legal, like a lawyer or a professional person who you are obtaining counsel from. She's interestingly right beneath the Justice, who's also a woman holding a sword up. There's just like a mirror image of it. So there does feel to be something legal in this month of November with you guys, about something very official, documents, and over here there's all this success and victory. So something about it generally goes in your favour. This Justice card, when it turns up for you, is often talking to us about the fact that it's a karmic cycle of life, and if you feel as though things have been unjust for you, then times are changing and the cycle of life is coming back to pay karma, your dividends, and justice will be met. If you have been waiting on any court cases or law cases, anything even like a divorce coming through, or you have to appear in court for anything, often this card goes in a favourable manner. Now, I would suspect that your lawyer, the judge, if you're going to court, could well be a woman, or the legal counsellor is a woman, or there are woman jury members or something along those lines, or maybe you are sent to a family court to have family energies balanced out, and there's probably a female mediator involved. But the Justice card also talks to us about balance. It's also Libra energy, so it's very much bringing in your energy. It does reiterate balance in our affairs and the way we act and behave as well. So quite an in-depth reading you've got here. There's quite a lot of subtle stuff going on in the background that I'm trying to pick up on, and it's like convoluted enough. I guess there's a lot. This is a general reading, so if you wanted to know more specifically for yourself, you would have to have a personal reading, and everyone is going to uplift this at a different level anyhow. But let's move on to this last one, the Seven of Cups, and then underneath the clarifier, the Four of Cups. They kind of embellish similar energy. The Seven of Cups is often connected to our heart chakra because it's our emotions, it's the watery sign energy. And it feels as though you're either seeking new things or new excitement, or there are opportunities coming your way and they seem luring and attractive, and you're looking at them and thinking, ooh, this looks good, what could I take? But most of them are not right. They've got hidden agenda issues going on, and you have to look very, very carefully and take any rose-coloured glasses off when these cards appear. They're kind of warning cards, and they tell us to slow down and be careful of the choices we make, especially if we make them emotionally from the heart and not the head with our intellect. And the clarifier is very similar. You see there's this offer here coming to you, but in this case you look more ambivalent, as if to say, well, I think I need to think about this. I'm not entirely sure that this is the right thing for me. It usually feels as though there are many different offers on the agenda or on the board. Now this can be love, it can be friends, it can be romance, it can be creative energies, and it can be work related as well. But whatever it is, you have got offers coming. There are people around you, they're vying for your attention. Some of them do not have your best intentions at heart, and you need to be careful what you choose. But you also need to be aware of what is in your life, and to take that philosophy, the grass isn't always greener on the other side. So sometimes the choices we make, we perhaps shouldn't have, and sometimes we don't need to be enamoured by all of this attention coming our way. We could just close our eyes to it and sort of focus on what we're currently doing. Also, this card tells us to be grateful for what we do have, and to be more willing to accept it and acknowledge it. And there was a little bit of that message up here as well. So there you are, guys. I think it's quite a full-on reading. As I said, there's a lot going on in the whole of this middle, kind of this energy over here, about just the heaps going on for you all. I'm not sure exactly which end of the message you particularly resonated with, but I'm sure that for a lot of you that it'll make sense and it will really connect with you at a personal level. So let's put these away and see what the last card for the reading is. So this is for Libra. What is the last message that we're passing across to them? Heart chakra. Well, we kind of got enough messages about that, I guess, in the reading, and particularly at the end, the last two cards, the cup cards. So I'll read the words to you. Love is in the heart of the matter, or rather, love is the heart of the matter. Your heart is the centre within your physical being, attuned most to love. It's safe for you to love and be loved with an open heart as we stand by with perfect protection and guidance. It's a beautiful card. It has a lot of the blue energies in it, so it is about communication as well as the energies of love. And I often think it's about, this is an interesting thing because I wasn't quite sure where the messages were coming from in the first part of your reading, but I talked a little bit about wills and the settling up of estates and things like that. Some of you may have had a loved one pass over, and you know you have to do all this settling up of estates. This card also talks about messages from the spirit world talking to you and saying hello, and it will be someone that you have been very closely connected to at the heart, so often a family member or a very closely loved person. Now oftentimes this person will have passed over from a heart issue. So if that for any of you is resonating out there, they're saying hello and just that they're with you and helping move you through this transition, and knowing that they just loved you with all their heart, because that's what the message is. So the other message with this one is your physical heart health. So we talk about, you know, the physical side of life, and you can put that right there where her heart is. If you need to check your physical heart health, get your cholesterol levels done, get your blood pressure checked. Some of you may even need heart remedial work, meaning you might need to lower your cholesterol, lower your blood pressure. Some of you might even have little heart, you know, operations or something done. But there's a whole bevy of things that work around this card at so many levels, and as I say, it just makes so much sense because your reading was coming and going at so many levels. It was like physical, in the physical plane in one moment, and then it was very much in the spiritual plane in the next. So you've got some really interconnective energies going on here at both levels. And as I said, some of you it's going to resonate more than others. But it's a beautiful ending for your message. There is contact there from the spiritual world and from deceased loved ones, and their connection never goes. Just because you can't see them now doesn't mean they aren't still with you, because they are. So wonderful reading actually, Libra. A very special spiritual reading, I feel. And I wish you all great success on your journey forward as you move through November and set your intentions ready for December and the end of 2016 and the propulsion into 2017. And may you do it with a really well balanced heart chakra. So wishing you all much love and good health. Thank you for tuning in, subbing, liking and commenting. It's all really important. And I shall see you next month. Take care, everyone. Have a lovely, happy, safe, healthy November. Namaste.